quick disclaimer. I get that this topic may be controversial for two primary reasons. The first being that the NFL is a behemoth. The unofficial national religion. Every year, more Americans watch the Super Bowl than attend a church service. That's true. The NFL is one of the most powerful institutions in American life, and commercials are what pay the bills. The NFL rakes in more than $11 billion annually from its TV partners, and those partners recoup through in-game commercials. We've all heard the rates for the Super Bowl. $8 million for each 30-second ad slot during Super Bowl 59. So you can imagine why me making this video and asking you not to watch those commercials would be controversial to some. Now, secondly, consider me asking you not to watch commercials while streaming this video from a platform like YouTube. The irony is not lost on me that the more ads you watch on this video right here, the more ad revenue I could literally put into my own pocket from streaming this video here on YouTube. YouTube being a free to use platform that accrues tens of billions of dollars every year from ads and commercials on videos just like this. So I wouldn't be surprised to find this video less promoted through the algorithms or less incentivized to spread across the masses. I get it. And yet the point still stands. See, in 2020, 538 conducted a survey analyzing just how much of the 5 major sports broadcasts were actually game action versus everything else that makes up a broadcast. The survey showed that your standard 3-hour NFL football broadcast actually gives less than 20 minutes of game action playtime. You heard me correctly. When you sit down to watch an NFL game, say on Sunday nights at 8:20 p.m., over the course of the next 3 hours, you're going to be watching less than 20 minutes of actual game action playtime. The rest of that time will be filled with replays, reviews, graphics packages, and you guessed it, commercials. While soccer matches feature about an hour of game action, and basketball and hockey matches feature 50 to 60 minutes of game action respectively for each, the average football game gives you about 20 minutes of playtime and an entire full hour of commercials. At the beginning of 2025, I found myself wondering if things had changed recently. It started to feel like there was just an endless barrage of commercials after commercials in every single game. Before the game, during the game, after the game. It felt like we were more so watching our weekly helping of commercials with just a little bit of football on the side. I wondered if things had actually changed or if I was just a prisoner of the moment. So I wanted to see for myself. And I went back to the 2005 NFL regular football season. And what I found honestly was shocking. 2 things stood out to me. The first being that not much had changed. There were still ads galore, a FedEx graphic package for players of the game, a Visa Skycam for cable wire shots. Oh yeah, and there were plenty of commercials. Your standard 3-hour broadcast was still as jam-packed with an hour of commercials. Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Ford, Sprint, Nextel, Taco Bell. If you think about your favorite company from the early aughts, they likely had ad time somewhere during an NFL broadcast. But secondly, and above all, what was most surprising was the number of Burger King commercials. There were a lot of Burger King commercials. Right around this time, Burger King was in the middle of a marketing revamp where they were keen on targeting 18 to 34-year-old males. So it only makes sense to slap a lot of commercials in between NFL games. I get it. The Whopper was as popular as ever. Burger King had plenty of commercials collaborating with the hottest film of the summer, or the newest toy for kids, or just showing off some of your favorite singers and songwriters of the time. As they say, BK was having their way. And if you've been watching football in the NFL for at least the last few years, I'm sure you're familiar with the iconic Burger King commercial run of 2023. Whopper, 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 Whopper. Tell me you've heard it before. In 2023, it felt like you couldn't go a single NFL game without hearing that same jingle over and over and over and over and over again. The ad went viral, if you will, and became one of the most infamous commercials of the decade. The jingle went so far that it now has more than 17 million plays on Spotify. Burger King won. Again. So at this point, you may ask, why exactly am I asking you not to watch NFL commercials? And to that, I say, good job, you're following along. I think ultimately the cost is small, but the gain could be tremendous. Hear me out. Everyone in my family laughs at me because I'm notorious for not watching commercials. When commercials come on, they already know that I'm either muting the TV or I'm just leaving the room altogether to go do something else entirely. I know personally that I'm an advertiser's worst nightmare. And we all know that Meta or Google is somewhere coming up with eye tracking software to ensure that people like me have to sit through every ad break. Oh well, it's not happening. But what I decided a while ago was that I would, to put it quite simply, be reclaiming my time.
Reclaiming my time.
Okay.
Reclaiming my time.
Here's what I recommend instead. There are a few different routes you could take and suit yourself. Whatever fits the best, go for it. Ultimately, this is about us reclaiming our time while still enjoying something we love to do. We know the average NFL game has over 20 commercial breaks, more than 100 ads a game, nearly an hour of commercials through the course of every 3-hour NFL broadcast. If you're someone like me, you might be watching every single game over the course of the week. Monday night football, Thursday night football, Saturdays, Sunday night football, Sundays from 1 p.m. all the way to 11 p.m. at the end of SNF. And over the course of the week, that's almost 20 hours of football broadcasts. Now for each game, think what you could do with that extra spare hour every single game. Maybe read. At an average reading speed, you could read well over 1 book a month if you read only during the commercials of NFL football games. Right? I wrote the entire script of this video during the course of NFL commercial breaks and college football bowl games. Write a story, write in a diary, write a letter. The time is yours. Writing is thinking, and writing anything at all is better than nothing. What if you're watching the game with friends or family? Why not mute the commercials and maybe talk with one another? Play a silly little game or just get to know each other better. It might seem corny or hokey or unrealistically optimistic, but think about the alternative. We sit around watching the same commercials for the 27th time, try to sell us on the 2026 Chevy Equinox. Or watch Kevin Hart and LeBron James try to get us to throw our lives away on DraftKings for the 50th time this weekend. Or watch the same Burger King commercial for the 5th time today alone. I would rather not, respectfully. And this isn't a video telling you to never watch commercials again. I understand that watching the ads is part of the allure of the Super Bowl. Or this isn't a video telling you to never waste your time watching sports or TV at all. I'm the same guy that watches international rugby and test cricket for fun. I love sports more than most, but ultimately, I just want all of us to be in better control of our time. As I get older, I realize that the most precious asset we have is time. So why spend it doing something that we all hate when we could use it to our advantage? Read a book, ask a question, text a friend. Whatever you do, you should stop watching NFL commercials while we still can. Because the day is coming where we may have no choice. I'm Ram. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, peace.